Kurt Krejocic is with us this morning. Homer, that's a Homer Center name, isn't it? Morning, Kurt.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's get that mic a little closer to you. There you go. There you go. Well, Kurt is guidance counselor K through 12, huh?
K to 12 guidance counselor, correct.
Man, that's a big breadth of experiences. It's whole different at the one building than it is at the other, isn't it?
It is. But luckily we have, two other school counselors, one at the elementary level, Jennifer Lieb, and Kristen Kirchie at the high school level. So I'm kind of the floater, and they are both fantastic. So it makes life a lot easier.
That's terrific. And it's interesting, the program that you've come to tell us about today. You're telling me about it off mic, and it sounds wonderful. Rachel's Challenge. It's coming to Homer Center.
Coming to Homer Center, correct.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about it a little bit. What is it? Who's Rachel?
So Rachel was the first person that was killed in the Columbine shooting.
That was what, 1999?
99, I believe.
Yeah.
And after she had passed away, they had found her diaries, and she had written a paper, a code of ethics of how she lived her life and wanted to live her life. Mm-hmm. She wanted to change the world. When she was 13, she wrote on the back of a dresser. She traced her hands and wrote, "These hands will one day touch the world."
Oh, yeah.
So that she just had a really neat perspective on life, and not until she died did it come out, and this program was kind of developed through it.
Oh, so it's based out of Colorado.
Based out of Colorado, correct.
And her family members are the ones who got this all rolling.
Yes, her family members are a big part of it. The father still speaks. The brother is part of it. I believe the mother. So and then they have 15 to 20 trained speakers that are ex-college quarterbacks. The one that's coming to Homer City is a professional drummer from Colorado. Oh, yeah. So there's some pretty neat people that they have come do the speeches. And I was lucky enough to sit in on one in Altoona. And one of our school board members had mentioned it and brought it up, and that's kind of how it got going. So, just like to thank the school board and the administration for bringing it, because it's going to be an awesome program.
That woke you up at the school board meeting, because you know how those things go. Oh, wait, I heard of that. Okay, so you've got a kickoff event coming. Actually, it's over the course of 2 days, isn't it?
Yes. So on October 8th, we will hold the Rachel's Challenge high school presentations will be during the school day. And then there's actually a training that the speaker will do for 90 minutes, and they'll come in, they'll train. It can be up to 100, but being the size of our school, will probably be around 50 to 60 students. And those students they'll teach them how to run the club. They'll teach them how to put it into the school system and how to keep it going. And they'll plan activities. It's all about her goal was to start a chain reaction of kindness. So it's going to be all about kindness and promoting it and just trying to spread that throughout the district.
Okay, so you're starting at the high school, and that'll be what date? October the 8th?
That is October 8th, and then on October 9th are the elementary presentations, which will also be held at the high school, but the community event will be at 6 p.m. on October 9th, and we're really hoping that community members from all over, not just Homer City, Indiana County, any administrators, principals, teachers, parents that are interested from anywhere, not just Homer City, we're hoping will come see it, because it really is a neat program, and we think it'll spark and go once we get them. Yeah,
so it's a high school program, it's an elementary school program, and it's a community program all rolled into one.
Correct.
Wow, that sounds terrific. And yeah, you're right, got to get the word out to everybody.
Yes.
To come to this event. So the community event is going to be where at the auditorium?
It'll be in the high school auditorium, correct.
Okay, and it's at what time?
It is at 6 p.m.
On October the 9th.
On October 9th.
Beautiful. All right, so folks, there you go. Set your calendar, get your schedule all ready to go for Rachel's Challenge. And it's interesting you talk about it from the elementary standpoint, because I recall when the elementary school was here for their visits last year, that's been a really big emphasis in the elementary school is character and treating each other with kindness and doing the right thing. And I think that's really great, because this goes right along with it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's the closest thing to a character ed program that you can find. And I had the opportunity to know my goal, or I was kind of told to research it and find more information out, and I was able to talk to different superintendents, principals from all over, out east, Altoona, I think maybe Tyrone, just some different schools that had it already, and everybody spoke very, very highly of it.
Yeah. So how will the program be implemented? Let's start at the high school level. What are the things that the Rachel's Challenge, is it called the Rachel's Challenge Club?
It's called the Friends of Rachel Club.
Friends of Rachel Club. Okay.
So they
how
call
does
it the
work?
4 Club, and we'll meet and we'll come up with different activities. One of the activities that I know I've seen, paperwork on, and I've seen it in videos. It's a chain that they create. So they'll have different acts of kindness that they'll write down, and then they store these. The training, I'm sure we'll get a little more information on, but
sure.
There's videos of them walking with all of these acts of kindness in a long chain that stretched around, several times around tracks sometimes.
Like those construction paper chains that we made when we were in school?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So that's that's part of it. And I know one of the big pushes is they try to do it during big events, basketball games, football games, halftime shows.
Sure.
So those are just some of the options that we have. We're also, one of the things they do right off the bat is they have all the students that accept the challenge sign a banner and hang it up in school. And they give you the option. If you don't want to be part of it, don't sign the banner. If you want to be part of it, sign the banner and let's go.
Yeah, yeah. And the overall goal was to turn out more character-enhanced students into the community.
Correct.
when you leave Homer Center, as you're making your way through the Homer Center district, because we have elementary kids that are going to be implementing these character-building qualities for the rest of their lives, we hope, then you'll be a better citizen and just a better person.
Absolutely. And that's the goal. And hopefully we're planning on using our Friends of Rachel Club at the high school level to then go down to the elementary and implement some of those things down there and we're hoping it can be very student-driven. And, I think it will be. We have great students. We have great supporting staff. We have great administration. Top to bottom. Everybody is in support of this, and I think it's going to take off.
We're talking with Kurt Krejocic. He's the guidance counselor K through 12 at the Homer Center School District about Rachel's Challenge, which is a program coming to Homer Center. And again, that community event, October the 9th, 6, did you say? 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock, correct.
At the Homer Center Auditorium for anybody, any district around, any parents or non-parents who want to come and take part in it. I was thinking about this as you were talking about how it would be a great application. We know that there are students who sort of, they use the phrase fall through the cracks. Students who just aren't engaged in their education while they're at school. They're there because they got to go, they got to be there. I can see this program here actually helping those students to become a part of, somebody who is really interested all of a sudden in their education because other people are taking an interest in them. Absolutely.
And that's one of the things, they mentioned stories. The kickoff event shares a video. Now at the high school level, there is some video of the Columbine, not the actual shooting, but some just footage, back then.
News or footage.
Yes. And so it can be, it can be a little sensitive for some people. Sure. But it's one of the things she did would go up to people like that and stick up for them. She'd reach out and sit with people at lunch, and if they were alone. So that's one of the big things that we're hoping can happen. A lot of the Homer Center students do that already, but we're hoping it just kind of overflows and they continue to do those things.
Yeah, that's funny. You mentioned that because we used to say about my son when he was in elementary school and into high school that he collected strays. The students that nobody wanted to pay much attention to, the students that sort of were on the fringes of the classroom. He'd collect them and they
would, awesome.
and make them a part of his circle. And that's really what it's all about, is making everybody a part of one big circle.
Yeah, and you never know how you impact those. The small things can impact people in ways you don't even know.
That's terrific. Okay, so Rachel's Challenge is coming to the Homer Center School District, and who knows, after people from other districts hear about this, maybe Rachel's Challenge becomes a part there as well, and we can make this thing spread all over Indiana County.
And that's what we're hoping. It would be really neat to get different schools that have it and do some community events throughout Indiana County and not just Homer City.
See the schools getting together then and doing all kinds of things. All
Absolutely.
kinds of potential with that, isn't there?
There is. It's exciting.
Terrific. Okay, we got a couple moments left with you today. I want to talk about how the school year has started and what the kids are up to at the schools. Let's start in the elementary school. What do they do? What do you do in relation to an elementary school? Because we think, okay, guidance counselors, they're the guys and the gals who, when you get to high school, they say, okay, here's a college option for you. Here's something else. On the elementary level, what does a guidance counselor do?
At the elementary level, there's we have individual counseling. We have services that we help connect parents with. School-wide positive behavior support is a big one. The ESAP program we just brought back this year for the first time in a while, and that's just a student assistance program at the elementary level. You can get any type of services from mental health, counseling. It just, again, it helps get students the services they need and helps connect them.
And then you move on to the high school, first the lower grades in high school, 7 through 9, and then into the senior high, 10 through 12, and you're helping to prepare them for the next step.
Absolutely.
Educationally.
And the big push now is that, with the Chapter 339, the career readiness. And, I know Indiana County Ready has been talked about quite a bit, and that's kicking off, and we're getting those applications in, and that deadline is passed, so they're going to start to fill out we're going to send the rubrics out, and those students will really start to put their soft skills into action.
Hard to believe, but school's been in for a month now.
It is. It's flying, though.
That's
it
incredible.
Is flying.
Yeah, it's not long before you get into the rhythm of a day, though, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, from the time we get in there till the time we leave, it's busy, but it's busy in a good way. It is exciting to help kids with their future. Growing up in Homer City, it's just awesome to make the connections with the parents, with the students, and I get to walk the halls that I walked every day from when I went to school there. So
got the dream job here.
I do. It really is. When that opportunity came up, it truly was and truly is a dream job.
Fun. One you got to jump on, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. All right. So, homecoming this weekend at Homer Center. And big doings.
Spirit Week is this week, so I got today's Woodstock Wednesday, so we got
you got the togs on.
Yep. So they've had Spirit Week this entire week. They've had different. Yesterday they dressed up it was Teacher Tuesday. They dressed up as teachers. And there was some good ones. I know Coach Page was a very common one that students dressed up as. So it was awesome.
Just do the Coach Page walk.
I saw a student do a hat throw. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, it was awesome. It really is. The students get into it, and
it's great.
It's going to be a good time.
That's great stuff. Kurt, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, people, it's Ford Truck Month, and you know what that means.